My name is Grace. I live in England, Luton, and I'm a wife, a mother, two young children, and I work full time as a vicar for the Church of England. I came about the grid from a negative experience. So I'd gone to a work event where there was someone talking about accountability to improve kind of productivity and outcomes. And I shared that I felt that this system that was being recommended, I felt that actually for some people it could be great, but for a lot of people, especially in my profession, it could actually be quite oppressive and really not helpful at all and could be quite condemning. That viewpoint was not received well, I think. And I left coming away thinking there has to be another way. There has to be another way. So it led me to read Get Productive by Magdalena. I think I read it in 2 sittings and I was just like, hallelujah, at last. A book about productivity that has compassion, but also just understands the complexity of life. Often you go to these kind of work practices, it's just about work, but they don't realize that you have a life. They don't realize that there's professional development. They don't realize there's self-care, and somehow you're meant to do these all separately. So I came to the book from a place of I was being presented one way of like managing your work and achieving things, which I just felt was just not healthy. I did use different methods, but I think I never found one that actually incorporated your life. Now, I think I like the simplicity and I like the fact that on one piece of paper I could have every aspect of my life on that piece of paper than having to have a separate list here and a separate list there. I love the fact it was acknowledging all aspects of my humanity, and I hadn't seen that before. I think it's just been more a mindset shift. So now I'm at the point now I can internalize, am I attending to self-care, life, work, and professional development? So it's come more like I'm aware that I have to attend to all of these aspects to thrive and have a healthier life. And so I think the changes is more, but it's given permission for all aspects of my life to be attended to, and just knowing that actually all these parts of my life can flourish and need to flourish and will flourish. So I think it has made a positive impact and change just in how I approach things and how I internalize things, I think. I use it at the beginning of the week. So my working week kind of starts on a Tuesday. So I do use a kind of a Google task thing. I just do a brain dump. And so I kind of look at that, look at my calendar, what's coming up, and look at the previous week's grid. Where was there things I didn't get done, wanted to get done. And that will help me form my grid for the week. And then I probably would look at it every morning, the next morning, to see where I am, what needs doing, and sometimes as a guide, and sometimes start with I think that needs doing, but I don't feel like that, or not got the energy for that, and then attend to something else that might generate energy to then do those other bits. But I love the visualization of it. So it's good when I look back at the end of a week and I think, I attended to this one area of my life, but I really didn't work on these other areas. And then that's a really helpful flag to think, there's some imbalance going on. What was going on there? So I use it weekly, and then I refer to it every morning going for that week. So I think Magdalena's given me gives us permission to make it your own. Yeah, I would highly recommend it. I'd recommend it to everyone. I especially would recommend it to women who are fed up of time management solutions that are propagated by men who probably have a nice woman at home or another partner at home. They have a partner at home who's doing all the other stuff. So I think for anyone who's frustrated with time management products that they feel they're not honouring themselves, then I would really recommend this, because I think so anyone, even regardless of whatever your gender is, but anyone who wants a management system that attends to your life, honors all aspects of your life, knows that you need to work on all aspects of life, then I would recommend it. Anyone who wants a more holistic approach as to how to work out what they need to be doing, then I would recommend it. But I think my number one thing is I think it's really liberating for women, because I just do think a lot of time management stuff comes from a certain perspective, which is not universal. Magdalene is amazing. I think the science and the empathy, the science and the compassion she brings is really unique. Often it's one or the other, but she brings both, and her desire for integration of all ourselves is really powerful and really healing and helpful. So I would recommend anything she churns out.